Before,
I apologize.
before you do that, General, did the minister explain to you why his particular interest in this case, in the conversation that you have with him on the phone, why he wants to be updated, why he's asking you about how this occurred?
Commissioner, at the time, I didn't know, but I summarized later on why the minister had interest in that particular councillor.
Okay, so you'll still get to that.
I haven't mentioned it in my statement, but I could indicate it right now up front.
Please.
Later, I came to understand that the interest in the specific candidate or the specific person here, Mr. Mabhida, was because he was an ANC councillor. The minister is from the ANC, and even in the subsequent, which I will get to, the minister attended the funeral and had an interest in that particular councillor because he was from the ANC. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you,
Sorry. Good morning, General.
Morning, Commissioner.
I just want to understand something. Where did the minister get hold of your phone numbers, and how did he know that you are the person to speak to if he wants to know more about this case? I'm just curious to understand how the connection started, and out of all the people, he decided to call you and speak to you. So where did he get your numbers, and how did he know who you are, and how did he know that you could assist him with information relating to this case?
Commissioner, you sound like my principal, General Mkonazi. He asked me the very same question after I had called him to narrate that the minister had called me. And my response to him was, I don't know. It's the first time I've ever received a call from any minister. So I have no idea where the minister got my number from. It wasn't something I could ask the minister, where did you get my number, by the way? It's something I never asked him. But I never interacted prior to this with the minister where we exchanged numbers. So where he got it from, I wouldn't know, Commissioner.
Just out of interest, were you the investigating officer in the case, or were you the station commander of the station where the case was reported? I was trying to understand why the minister would contact you and ask you about this case.
Commissioner Kumalo, I was the district commissioner. Mandeni Police Station is one of the 10 police stations that falls within the district under which resorted under my command and span of control. So the 10 station commanders in the district reports to me. Mandeni is one of those stations. Councillor Mabhida is a person who died in Neoni Police Station, which is also under my jurisdiction as in the Ilembe. He is a councillor in Mandeni municipality, but he was murdered in the Neoni policing precinct, which is still under my control as a district commissioner.
So is it safe to assume that he could have inquired and somebody would have directed them to you?
I would say so, Commissioner.
Thank you.
General, was this the first political killing, in your recollection, the first political killing within your area since the minister was appointed?
To my recollection, Commissioner, I think it was, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. General, just to tie up on our previous point, if you have regard to paragraph 13 of your statement, please. That last sentence there reads, my call with the minister on the 5th of February 2025 was 8 minutes in duration. If you then have regard to page 10 of your annexure bundle, the page where we were before.
Yes, I'm with
Are you there? And if you have a look at the fourth line from the top.
That's correct, Commissioner. Chair, the 8 minutes is consistent with the WhatsApp export chat that reflects the 8-minute conversation I had with the minister on a WhatsApp call.
And General, as we continue to work through this particular interaction with the Minister, we'll just have reference to this extraction from the data from WhatsApp. But I would ask you then to turn to paragraph 14 of your statement.
Thank you, Chair.
And continue from there.
Chair, so later the same day, the Minister, I WhatsApped the Minister with an update because I had received some information regarding possible suspects that came to my attention. Now, this particular information, when it came in, it was about an arrest that was made, not specifically for the councillor's murder, but it was suspects that we had arrested on a possession of unlicensed firearm, which the local investigators at the police station had picked up in the interviewing the suspect that he may be related to the murder of the councillor. I messaged the Minister, but then I realized, okay, maybe we must see the investigation through before I could have given that as a possible suspect, and I then deleted those messages to the Minister.
So, General, the update, was it in what? Did it consist of 4 texts? Because I see 4 deletions.
So I didn't get the question, Commissioner, Chair.
I'm saying in paragraph 14 you refer to an update singular, but in AG 3, page 10, I see 4 deletions. So did the update consist of 4 texts?
That's correct, Chairperson.
All right.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. General, following on from the Chairperson's question, please then continue from paragraph 15.
Thank you, Chair. So, Chair, on the 5th of February, after I had spoken to the Minister, I then called General Mchunu to give him an indication. Our protocol, Chair, is that within the South African Police Service, in the context, is that no man is unto himself. You have a chain of command, and you follow that chain of command. You're appointed in the context of the chain of command. So when somebody out of your protocol contacts you, communicates with you, you will have to inform your principal that I have been communicated by a particular individual, and this is the context of the conversation. In this instant, I then, in due respect to that protocol, called my principal, who is Lieutenant General Mchunu, and I praised him of the telephone conversation between myself and Minister Mchunu. Chair, it is similar to the very same question that Commissioner Khumalo had raised earlier on, where General Mchunu asked me, but why will the Minister be calling you? Do you know the Minister? Have you met him before? How does the Minister have your number? And my answers to him was similar to the earlier, that I don't have a personal relationship with the Minister. I don't know him. I don't know where he got my number from. It's the first time I've received a call from a minister, not just from Minister Mchunu, from any minister in the South African government that calls me directly and speaks to me. So I've never had a conversation with the minister before. Then that conversation, after outlining that to General Mchunu, I then updated him also with what was transpiring in the meantime with regards to the suspect, and I then indicated to him that I have communicated with the investigating officer of the task team that we may have a possible suspect that they may want to come and interview in the case that they are carrying, because the one we are having is just for unlicensed possession of firearm. So after speaking to Lieutenant General Mchunu, I then messaged him some of the content regarding those 4 suspects, the 2 suspects that we had in our possession, regarding the unlicensed firearm. And General Mchunu then asked me to keep him abreast also if there's any developments in that particular area regarding this, the murder of the councillor. Chair, you will note that the investigation team will deal with an investigation, but the impact of the environmental factors that will follow the climate and the temperatures out there in the community will still be policed by the police station. Station commander, myself will be monitoring what is the climate. You will know that it's tense. There's a councillor that has been shot. There are possible theories about who might have committed it, who's behind it. So we had to still monitor that on the ground physically ourselves through our own means and methods.